Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
I am so excited for this spa day. Candles lit, music on, hot tub warm and ready. And then my chronic hives come back. Again, in the middle of my spa day. What a wet blanket. Looks like another spell of itchy red skin. If you have chronic spontaneous urticaria or CSU, there is a different treatment option. Hives during my next spa day? Not if I can help it. Learn more at treatmyhives.com.
Well, Sunday morning. With us today is Senator George Borrello from the west coast of Florida. Now, let me see if I can say it. From the he's a state senator from Chautauqua County, New York.
You're getting closer.
Am I getting closer?
Yes, from the farthest west coast of New York State, Chautauqua County.
Chautauqua County. All right. And I've been there, and there's a lot of beautiful, great people out there.
Thank you. We love it.
Thank you. And George, give us an update. Can you give us an update usually from the west coast of Florida and tell us what the heck is from Florida? New York.
From west coast of New York.
And telling us what's going on in Albany. And you got a great voice. Tell us what the heck is going on. It's going to affect the west coast of New York and affect New York City.
Well, all of New York State, really, John. And look, in light of what we're seeing now, as the federal government has been pushing states to release information about their welfare programs, Medicaid, all these SNAP programs, we're finding is that there's a tremendous amount of fraud. Hundreds of billions of dollars in fraud. The most recent we've seen over in Minnesota, where it looks like $1 billion that the governor authorized that was actually funneled to terrorist organizations, and all kinds of fraud taking place. And now back here to New York, where Governor Kathy Hochul is refusing to give information on SNAP recipients in New York State. Her only excuse is
not everybody knows what SNAP is. Tell the people exactly what SNAP is.
Sure, that is the Supplemental Nutrition Program. We used to be called food stamps. Food stamps is now referred to as SNAP, and this is a nutrition program that is supposed to feed those of us who can't feed themselves. It has turned into a real boondoggle, and there's tremendous amounts of waste, fraud, and abuse in that program, as there are in most welfare programs, but particularly here in New York State, where the governor has refused the federal government's request to verify and give information on all the SNAP benefits. Again, she claims this flimsy claim that it's a privacy issue. Well, I don't understand how receiving a public benefit can be a privacy issue, particularly for the government entity that's providing that benefit. So that's a ridiculous excuse. It's because she knows that there are a lot of fraudulent programs and a lot of fraudulent recipients. So far, nearly 200,000 people that are already deceased, still collecting benefits, have been discovered by the federal government across the country for the 28 states that have submitted their information. And that's for the states that are willingly submitting it. Imagine how many millions of deceased people are still fraudulently receiving benefits in blue states like New York. So Governor Hochul, in light of this scandal, in light of the $1 billion we're seeing that was funneled to terrorist organizations in Minnesota, she's refusing to cooperate and comply. It's absolutely outrageous.
I mean, I know about the case in Minnesota, and how does $1 billion end up in Africa and Somalia? I mean, that is mind-boggling. I mean, there had to be a lot of people in key spots in our government that knew about it.
Absolutely. And first and foremost, unfortunately now in our government, $1 billion is nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. In the private sector, for those of us that actually have to work for a living and employ people, $1 billion is a lot of money. But in the federal government, it's now unfortunately chump change, which is why we're in the multi-trillion-dollar deficit we are here in this nation. But here in New York, it gets worse. We already have identified by Tom DiNapoli, a fellow Democrat. He's already identified billions of dollars in waste, fraud, and abuse in programs like Medicaid, the non-emergency medical transportation program, which is another fleecing of New York State taxpayers, the Medicaid missing million. This was uncovered by the Empire Center, where they foiled the qualifications for everyone on Medicaid in New York State, and the Medicaid offices essentially refused to provide the information for the last million people, nearly a million people, that New York State government cannot or will not verify are qualified to actually receive Medicaid, yet New York State taxpayers and the federal government are supplying those folks with Medicaid. It's absolutely outrageous. Right now, what we saw in Minnesota is a drop in the bucket compared to what's going on right now here in New York State. That's already been identified by the Office of the State Comptroller and good government groups like the Empire Center. If you're not outraged, you're just not paying attention.
Now, let me ask you a question. Those millions of dollars that those people got, they're going to vote for the Democrats that got it for them. How do you win?
Well, that's the problem. I think really what we have to be focused on is that you still remember that the folks that are out there working hard every day, paying their taxes, carrying the load for themselves and their family, they're the ones paying for this. And as we have a increasing number of people that are on the government dole, it is a challenge. There's no doubt about it. But I still believe the vast majority of New Yorkers are honest folks that want to just do the right thing, that pay their taxes, and want to be productive members of our state and our
bottom
society.
line, the honest folks have to vote, all of them, for honesty and integrity, so the people that are getting the free money, even though they vote for the people that are giving it to them, that will get honesty and integrity back elected.
That's it. This is not about Republican or Democrat, John. You're absolutely right. It's about honest people, hardworking people that are paying their fair share, standing together. It should not be about which party you are a member of. And that is really the ultimate message. You're right.
I agree with you 100%. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. All we want is honesty and integrity. And it's just sad what's going on to our country. And the only thing, listen, the only thing holding us together is President Trump right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, as much as people have been outraged and clutching their pearls over the federal government asking to verify or for people to reapply to verify that these people exist, the reality is it's exposed all this waste, fraud, and abuse. And that was really the purpose to begin with.
Is that like
Keep in mind, John,
how many dead people were receiving Social Security?
Absolutely outrageous. And, and unfortunately in blue states like New York, it's where the concentration. New York and California are disproportionately responsible for a lot of the waste, fraud, and abuse in our systems of government. And look, the bottom line is people need to understand that we cannot continue to borrow trillions of dollars to provide services. Last year alone, the federal government borrowed $2 trillion with a T, $2 trillion just to provide those services. So this is beyond taxpayer money. This is money we're borrowing from our future generations in order to supply.
And we wouldn't have to borrow it if the swamp wasn't swallowing it.
Exactly. Someone said, the Wall Street Journal said it best. They said that someone's stealing from the cookie jar, and the government just keeps putting more cookies into the jar. That's exactly what's going on, across this nation. We can't continue to put cookies in the cookie jar for the criminals to steal, and it's being done by blue state governors like Kathy Hochul.
Well, Senator George Borrello, thank you for telling me, people of New York State, the truth, but I'm sure it applies to other states too. God bless you and God bless America. Thank you so much.
God bless America. Thank you.
Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Payne Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.